On April 29, 2026, Tate McRae stood at the Hollywood Palladium to accept the Billboard Women in Music Hitmaker Award. It was the peak of a high-speed trajectory. Within a few years, a teenager from Calgary writing songs in her bedroom had transitioned into a multi-platinum artist and a fixture on the global arena circuit. To understand how she navigated this rise, look at the mainstream landscape before her 2023 breakthrough. The charts were dominated by bedroom pop, a genre defined by talented but stationary artists and low-key, melancholic introspection. That trend left a specific opening in the market. For years, the industry had lacked the high-spectacle, heavily choreographed pop performer that defined previous decades of the genre. McRae recognized this gap. She used her background as an elite competitive dancer to differentiate herself, turning physical performance into a primary tool for her mainstream expansion. The first pillar of her strategy involved moving beyond the Gen Z pop melancholy lane through a high-profile genre crossover. In May 2025, she collaborated with Morgan Wallen on the track What I Want. It became her first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. The demographic logic here is straightforward. Pop and country are currently the two largest mainstream genres in the American market. This diagram shows the scale of the audience available when these two massive fan bases intersect. By finding the overlapping center between these two genres, McRae introduced her music to a massive new listener pool that typically stays within the country music ecosystem. This single collaboration demonstrated that her songwriting could reach a broad, cross-generational audience, moving her brand from a digital niche into the general mainstream. The second pillar is the scale of her live performances. In 2025, she launched the Miss Possessive Tour. The tour spanned 77 global shows, sold 1 million tickets, and grossed over $110 million. This chart tracks average nightly attendance. She moved from 1,000 capacity clubs in 2022 to over 13,000 capacity arenas by 2025. While peers take years to scale live shows, McRae launched 3 tours in 3 years, resulting in a nightly growth rate of 5,300%. This demand is tied to a visual identity her team calls sporty glam. By using hockey and Formula One aesthetics in her videos and merchandise, she created a recognizable athletic brand that resonates with a wide U.S. audience. By prioritizing high-octane dance choreography in a live setting, she converted casual listeners into recurring ticket buyers who see her as a physical performer rather than just a streaming artist. The final pillar is the way she uses legacy branding, specifically the media conversations comparing her to the pop icons of the early 2000s. For millennial demographics, these comparisons act as a nostalgic trigger. Her style revives the performer-first archetype of the 2000s, connecting her to an older audience that grew up on high-budget, choreographed music videos. But for her own generation, the reaction is very different. Because Gen Z was raised on the static visuals of the bedroom pop era, McRae's focus on technical dance registers to them as something fresh and distinct. Using these legacy comparisons allowed her to appeal to 2 different generations simultaneously, using a single cohesive visual identity. In 2025, she secured institutional recognition with her first Grammy Award nomination. She was nominated for Best Dance Pop Recording for the song Just Keep Watching, which was featured on the F1 The Movie soundtrack to reach an even broader mainstream audience. This level of critical validation moved her past the viral label, proving that her presence on the charts was backed by industry longevity. Her success is built on a specific pairing, the disciplined work ethic of a professional dancer, combined with the digital awareness of a modern hitmaker. Tate McRae took the core elements of the 2000s pop playbook and updated them for a digital-first era. The resulting revenue, ticket sales, and critical accolades suggest she has established a durable position at the top of